Yo, it's from Marcus from Morsini back with another video, and as you can tell, if you clicked on this video, we'll be talking about Call of Duty League Major 4 and COD Champs coming up in a couple weeks. Pretty big event, obviously. It's like the Super Bowl of Call of Duty, so pretty excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But let's talk about Major 4. The New York Subliners are your Major 4 champions. I'll be honest, I kind of saw it coming after they made it through this huge losers bracket run to Sunday. I can understand where it came from, but I still had FaZe picked to win it. You know what I mean? I have FaZe picked to win champs as well. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of break it down day by day. Thursday, I missed the first match on Thursday. I didn't get to watch it, but I did watch the flank. If you aren't familiar with the flank, it's like a show after every single major day that they do. It's Zuma, who used to be a professional Call of Duty player. He hosts it on his Twitch channel. You can watch it there, and then he uploads it to YouTube under his Zuma YouTube channel. So awesome show. I always watch that after every single event. It's every single day of every single event. So 4-day event, 4 flanks to watch. So yeah, watch that. Pretty big upset with LAG beating Toronto Ultra in the first round. I don't think anybody saw that coming. I don't even think the LAG camp saw that coming. Nobody had that in there. Everybody who made a bracket, their bracket was screwed when that happened. So definitely a big upset. I think it showed that LAG's teamwork has definitely improved, especially since they've been kind of together almost the whole year. They've just made a couple of role swaps, and that's pretty much it. They did drop Assault at one point in time, but other than that, it's kind of been the same team for a while now, at least the last couple majors. So they've been kind of on the up and up, and it showed in that series. Then you got Optic in the, I guess that day. The rest of that day kind of went as planned. I think everybody that was favored to win on Thursday won. I wanted to see Vegas win, but they lost in a heartbreaker in Game 5, so that kind of sucks. I was rooting for LAG or for Vegas. It's not even, they changed the name so much I can't even keep up with it. But I was rooting for Vegas to kind of get into champs, but it didn't work out. They fall down to losers and They beat Boston, which is 0. Nobody cares about that. Boston's completely irrelevant. But they also lose to the eventual winners, which is NYSL in the second round, which dives into the second day. Optic, who started in losers because they played horrible, loses to the Heretics in the first round of losers, gets top 12. Yeah, they don't know what's going on right now. They can't get it figured out. I am an Optic fan, but I mean, I don't know. I don't have them picked to win champs. I'm not delusional. I would definitely pick FaZe. Eventually, FaZe will get it figured out. I think there's a stat now for FaZe. They are 2-9 in grand finals appearances in the last however long, which is maybe since Vanguard. I think 2-9 since Vanguard, which is absurd. I mean, that is really, really bad. 2-9 in grand, until every match until they hit the grand final, they're absolutely dominating, phenomenal. In this event, they were 9-0 map count going into the grand finals, and they finished the tournament 11-4 map count, which all 4 of their losses came in the grand finals because they lost the finals. But it's insane how good they are until Sunday at about 5 o'clock. And then they're just I don't know how to play COD anymore. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird, the phenomenon that's going on with FaZe. They can't get it figured out. And no matter what iteration of the team, right? FaZe with Slasher, couldn't get it figured out. FaZe with Draza, can't get it figured out. FaZe with Arcides, can't get it figured out. Aside of Cold War. But Cold War is a different story because the whole team was insane at Cold War, especially Simp and Abizi. They were literally walking 1.5s on the map. So obviously, that was just a different game. That was just a game they were all really, 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 really good at. Whereas they're just really, really good at this one, which hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so we go through the rest of it. I think New York pretty much just make a run, man. They run from losers round 1 essentially all the way through to, I think, because they lost to Thieves in winners round 1, and Thieves end up dropping down to, after they lose to LAG, which is crazy. LAG beat Thieves. I don't know if anybody really saw it coming either, because Thieves is probably the favorite in that match, and LAG's just got that I don't know. Every time LAG plays LAT, it's like a LA curse or something. I don't know what it is about it, but they just can't beat them. So LAG beats Thieves, moves on to winners round 3 or whatever it is to face FaZe. Obviously, everybody predicted that correctly. They thought FaZe was going to beat them, and FaZe absolutely shit on them, like horrendously. Like they absolutely walked the dog on those guys. So it was pretty insane. I'm pretty sure it was like a hot 3-0. And then it was a hot 3. I was watching it. But they dropped down to face NYSL after NYSL absolutely demolishes Toronto Ultra. I mean, just 3-0, smoke show, nothing they could do. They just got absolutely chokeslammed. I think their whole team had .7s, which is not something you see very often from guys like Scrap. Scrap has been like one of the most consistent players in the CDL outside of maybe Simp and Hydra. That's why those 3 guys are in the top of the MVP voting, because they have all been insanely consistent pretty much across all modes. You know, it's up and down. I think Hydra's S&D is not that great. Simp should win an MVP. I'll go ahead and talk about that real quick. I think Simp is the MVP of the league right now. That's my personal opinion. I don't know why it would be anybody else. I just think all around, all modes, all season long, he is the best player. And if I'm starting a team and you give me the first overall pick, I'm picking Simp. Like, he's going to be my first pick. And I'm picking a BZ as soon as I can if he makes it back to me. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really think Simp should be MVP. That's just my thoughts. Anyway, let's get back to it. Toronto Ultra gets smoke showed in losers finals. Not losers finals. Losers round 5 or whatever is before finals. Then losers finals is Toronto, or not Toronto, but New York versus LAG, because they lost to FaZe. FaZe goes to grand finals. And New York absolutely smokes them 3-0, which is pretty cool. It wasn't even close. It really wasn't close. Hydra absolutely cooked them. And it was pretty much just a done deal. They move on to grand finals to face FaZe, which in this era, I want to talk about this because this is insane, man. If you make it to grand finals from winners bracket, you should have a huge veto advantage or something. There needs to be some sort of advantage to it, because as of right now, there's like no advantage to that. Like you get 1 map veto, and that's kind of it, I think. You know what I mean? They don't get to start good side on all the maps or anything like that. I think they literally just get the 1 map veto. And if that's the case, that is horrible. So that needs to be fixed. I don't know whose idea that is, who's running the league and can fix that, but that needs to be changed as soon as possible. Winners bracket should absolutely have a huge advantage. When I think of a huge advantage, I think of what was it, CoD champs, Vanguard. Last time I really remember, like at least a decent size advantage, because Thieves won Vanguard champs with an auto veto. They literally didn't play Bocage at all that whole tournament because it was their auto veto. Even if they played that map, they would get shit on it. That's why they would veto it in both hardpoint and S&D, and then they would just have the other team have to veto, Gavutu, and a Berlin, and then they just have to square up on at least 2 Berlins, which these were unbeatable in Berlin, and 3 Tuscans, and these were pretty good at Tuscan, but you couldn't play them on Gavutu because they were insane on Gavutu, and you couldn't really play them on Berlin because they were insane on Berlin. So now they also got their other 2 bad maps out the way. It's just the veto process pretty much aided them to where you could auto veto maps and get into champs. They won champs that way, and they won the major before. So I hear a lot of talk about, on the flank especially, about auto vetoes not working. I think that Thieves champs run perfectly shows that auto vetoes can work. You just have to be godlike on the other maps. Like Karachi in this game, if you're godlike on all 3 Karachi maps and godlike on the 6-star maps, you're pretty much good to go. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Then you could just auto veto, both Rios and play the rest of the maps. So it's just a weird situation. I don't know. It's kind of an odd thing, but anyway, let's get to the finale. NYSL play FaZe in grand finals. They beat them 4-2. FaZe go up 2-1 and then lose 3 straight. It was pretty much just the little things I think they were messing up. So maybe they can get it together. Maybe they won't. I don't really know. But they're still my champs pick. I'm still rolling with FaZe. I think they'll figure it out. I think they made an upgrade when they got Draza, and I think it's time that he really makes a difference. And I think Champs time is when that happens. So I fully expect him to come prepared and be a lot better at Champs. Whereas I think some of these other teams like Optic, even though I'm an Optic fan, I'm not delusional. They're not winning that shit. So FaZe is my Champs pick. That's my overview. My Rookie of the Year pick, I'm actually going to go with Gwyn. I think Gwyn should win Rookie of the Year. So I just want to add that in there. See a lot of Estriel hype from this LAG run. I disagree. I think Gwyn has still been that guy, so he deserves it. And yeah, that's it from me, man. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy Marcus Morcini. I'm out of here. Peace.